Hey everyone, I'm going to be showing you guys how to recreate this poster for Jojo Rabbit on Photoshop by using my own pictures and my own text. What I'm going to be showing you, everything should be applied to when you make your own movie poster. So the tools that I'm showing you, the effects, the way I'm editing, everything that I'm showing you right now should be implemented in your own posters. Without further ado, let's crack on. What you want to do first, to open up the pictures that you're going to use, you go to File, Open, and then select the pictures. So in this sense, I'll be using all these pictures to choose from. I don't know if I'll be using all of the pictures, but I will make sure that I'll have a large variety to choose from so I can pick out the best out of the group. So now you've got your pictures ready, you now want to move on and start working on your project. So to do that, you go to File and New, and then a new document tab thing will open up. And that basically is asking you what sort of orientation and size you want your canvas. So we just want to focus on making our canvas A4. For this particular poster, I'd want the orientation to be portrait, and that's when it's long sides down. But if you want to make your poster landscape, then you just click on the landscape button right here. Right, so now I've got my blank canvas. I want to go ahead and start creating. To do that, you'd want to start off with working on the background. So I'm going to copy the Jojo Rabbit color for their background. So I'm going to use this really cool tool called the eyedropper tool. That tool basically allows you to copy any color that you select. Go back to my blank canvas and select the paint bucket tool, and then click on my canvas, and it fills up the whole image as the same color as the Jojo Rabbit background. Okay, so now I'm gonna make the shape, the little lightning bolt shape underneath the Jojo Rabbit title that they have there. So to do that, I'm gonna want to click on the pen tool and just start drawing the shape. And once you've finished making the shape, you then want to click on the button at the top called shape so that you can actually make it into a shape, because there are other options called mask and selection that makes the creation that you just made into different things. You don't want that. You want it to be made into a shape. So make sure that you click shape. So now it's a proper shape. I can change the color to black. So remember how we did it before? We used the paint bucket tool and then we just changed the color to black. I'm going to duplicate the layer. So to do that, you're going to want to copy and paste it. So Control C to copy and then Control V to paste. Now you have two layers. Now I've already used the eyedropper tool to copy the white bit from the Jojo Rabbit poster, and I'm now gonna use the paint bucket tool to fill the lightning bolt. So there's one black lightning bolt and there's one whitish creamish lightning bolt, but the black one can't be seen because it's in the layer underneath the white. I'm now going to move the black lightning bolt layer on top of the white layer, just so that it looks like how it does in the original poster. Just going to make it a bit bigger. Then I'm just going to colour in the background of the bottom half using the paintbrush tool. Right, so now I've got that part done, I'm going to start writing the title, Jojo Rabbit. So to do that, you want to go to the text typing tool. You can either press T on your keyboard, or you can just click on the T on the left hand side where the tools are and just start typing Jojo Rabbit. You could change the font styles at the top, and Photoshop will just give you a bunch of different fonts you can choose from. If you don't like the font options that Adobe Photoshop has given you, there's this website that I use called The Font. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. You can just search any type of fonts you want, any sort of genre, category, whatever, and just type the title that you want from it, and it'll just give you a bunch of options to choose from. I like this one, so I'm gonna use that. So you just download it. It should go onto your computer, and then it will instantly appear on Photoshop. So now I've chosen my font, I can play around with it to make it look similar to what the original poster on the right looks like. So first of all, I'm going to separate the two texts. I'm going to make another text layer and just type Jojo. Get rid of the old Jojo and just leave Rabbit. Now they're both their own individual text layer. I did this so I can edit them both individually to get the look that I'm going for. So I'm going to rotate the rabbit text. So to do that, you want to go to Edit and then Free Transform, or there's a shortcut you can use which is Command T. And then just on the outskirts of the box that they've given you around Rabbit, there should be like a cornered arrow showing. So just use that to rotate the text and then place that where you want to put it. There, looks about right. And just do the same that you did for the Rabbit text with the Jojo text. Now it's time to edit the pictures. So I have this picture here of myself looking very good. To be honest with you, I look very good. I look great. I look good. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the selection tool, and we're just going to use that to draw around my body. So my head, my face. If you need to zoom in. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to make sure that I get it crisp. So here's a good tip I'm going to give you. Usually when you get your pictures, you'd want to use a picture with a background that hasn't got much happening. So here, obviously we've got loads of like blue stuff and blue little avatar looking things at the back. It's not causing too much of a problem, but you see here next to my face how it comes out. So what you want to do is click on one of the selection brushes. You want the one with the minus on it. So think of it as minus gets rid, plus adds more. So you want to get rid of any excess selection that you don't want. And then just click around it. And then Photoshop will just do the rest for you. Just making sure everything's good. And then once you're done that, remember how to copy and paste. Command C. Go back to your canvas that you're working on, and then Command V to paste. Now that I've put that on the canvas, I'm going to put everything that I've shown you into practice. So I'm going to start by enlarging the picture. Remember, that's Command T to make it bigger. And then just play around with the rotation, the size, putting it behind the layer so that it's not covering the Jojo Rabbit text. Going to my other pictures, selecting it, copying and pasting it, enlarge, and so on and so forth. Now, to make it look more like a poster, we're going to want to add texts that include the main actors in the film. So I'm just going to put Miss Jallow, Miss Baines, and my name. We're going to want to add a tagline at the bottom, just like the Jojo Rabbit has. And you guys are going to be given a font so you can create your own billing or credit block. But for the time being, I'm just going to copy and paste one from Google Images. So that looks pretty much done. The only thing that's missing is, you see how the Jojo Rabbit poster has like a border, like a white faint outline around each of the characters. So the way they did that was, on Photoshop, you're going to have to double click on one of the layers, and then you want to click on stroke. And then from there, you can change the size of the border. You can also change the color. I'm going to use the eyedropper tool to make it the same color as the white that's on the poster. Make it a bit smaller. And yeah, that should be about it. And then I'm just going to do the same for the other pictures. Again, on the Jojo Rabbit original poster, you can see how there's like scratches and little bits of dirt and stuff on the sides of the poster. To do that, you want to go to the brush tool again, but select the different type of brush that you want. So Photoshop has a bunch of different brush tools and brush effects that you can use. I'm going to choose this effect to make it look a bit more rustic, and just play around with it, just scribble around with it on the sides. And once I've done that, the poster should be complete. And there we go. Wait, let me just change one more thing.